Right now, your body may be preparing for a disaster that never comes. It does not know there is food in the fridge. It does not understand supermarkets, delivery apps, drive-thrus, vending machines, late-night snacks, or kitchens filled with packets, jars, bread, rice, oil, sugar, and leftovers. Your conscious mind knows food is nearby. Your body does not trust that. Deep inside, it is still living in an older world, a world where food could disappear, a world where a failed hunt mattered, a world where winter could arrive before enough food was stored, a world where getting thinner was not a fitness goal, it was a warning sign. That is one of the strangest things about weight loss. To your modern mind, losing fat can mean progress, health, confidence, control, a new beginning. But to your ancient body, losing stored energy can feel like the start of an emergency. Because body fat was never designed to be an enemy. For most of human history, fat was survival technology. It was an energy bank your body carried under the skin, a quiet reserve for cold nights, long walks, illness, pregnancy, hunger, drought, migration, and days when the landscape gave nothing back. A human who could store extra energy had a better chance of surviving the empty season. A body that burned through everything too quickly was fragile. So your body learned to save. It learned to store, it learned to defend, and that old system is still inside you. Imagine an early human walking across dry land thousands of years ago. There is no breakfast waiting, no lunch break, no fridge, no phone call for food. Hunger is not a small inconvenience, it is part of the weather of life. Some days the group finds fruit, roots, eggs, honey, meat, nuts, or fish. Some days they find almost nothing. The body has to survive both days. So when food arrives, the brain pays attention. Sweetness means quick energy. Fat means dense energy. Salt means something rare and valuable. Soft-cooked food means easier calories. The body remembers these things because remembering them kept people alive. Now move that same ancient brain into a modern supermarket. Suddenly survival signals are everywhere. Bright packets, sweet drinks, fried food, soft bread, chocolate, crisps, pizza, burgers, sauces, cereals, snacks that crunch perfectly. Foods that combine fat, salt, sugar, softness and smell in ways nature almost never did. Your brain does not see a marketing strategy. It sees opportunity. It sees rare treasure. Except the treasure is not rare anymore. It is on every shelf. This is where the problem begins. Modern weight gain is not just about weak discipline. It is about ancient biology meeting an environment it was never built for. For millions of years, the hard part was getting enough food. Now, for many people, the hard part is stopping. And when someone finally decides to lose weight, the body does not always cooperate politely. At first, things may seem simple. Eat less, move more. The scale drops, clothes feel different, the body starts using stored energy. But then something changes. The same amount of food no longer gives the same result. Hunger gets louder, cravings become sharper, energy feels lower, movement becomes less automatic, the body starts negotiating. It is not doing this because it hates you, it is doing this because it thinks it is saving you. When body weight falls, you need fewer calories to move a smaller body. That part makes sense. But the body can also become more efficient. It may spend less energy than expected. Resting metabolism can slow. Small unconscious movements can decrease. You may sit more, fidget less, walk less, feel colder, feel tired, or avoid effort without even noticing. This quiet daily movement matters. Not gym workouts, not heroic exercise. The tiny movements of ordinary life. Standing, walking across a room, tapping a foot, cleaning, taking stairs, shifting posture, moving because the body has energy to spare. When the body senses restriction, some of that background movement can fade. It is like your internal accountant walks through the building turning off lights. Save energy here. Reduce spending there. Do not waste anything. From your point of view, it feels unfair. From your body's point of view, it feels wise. Then come the hunger signals. Fat cells are not just storage bags, they are active tissue. they talk to the brain. One of their messages comes through leptin, a hormone connected to energy stores and fullness. When fat stores shrink, leptin often drops. To the brain, that can sound like the reserve tank is getting low. At the same time, hunger signals can become more powerful. Ghrelin, often called a hunger hormone, can rise during weight loss. Other appetite systems change too. Food can start looking more interesting, more rewarding, more difficult to ignore. This is why dieting can feel calm in the beginning and personal later. At first, you are making a plan. Later, it can feel like your own body has joined the opposite team. You walk past food and notice it more. You finish a meal and feel less satisfied. You tell yourself you are not hungry, but some deeper part of you keeps scanning the room for energy. This is not imaginary. The brain has ancient circuits for this. If your ancestors lost too much weight during a hard season, their bodies did not say, "Great discipline." Their bodies said, "Find food." This is the cruel irony. The same system that helped humans survive famine can make modern weight loss feel like a biological argument. Your body does not care about summer photos. It cares about not dying. It does not know the famine is intentional. It does not know you are trying to improve your health. It only sees stored energy leaving, so it responds with hunger, efficiency, and caution. This is also why crash diets can backfire so painfully. A sudden extreme cut can feel powerful for a few days. It gives the mind a sense of control, but the body is listening too. And the body does not hear new lifestyle, it hears food shortage. The stronger the shortage feels, the louder the survival response can become. That does not mean weight loss is impossible. It means the body has to be worked with, not bullied. Because the goal is not to defeat your body. The goal is to convince it that it is safe. Safe enough to let go slowly. Safe enough to keep moving. Safe enough to stop treating every smaller meal like the beginning of winter. This is why sustainable weight loss often looks boring from the outside. It is not dramatic. It is not a heroic war against hunger. It is repeated ordinary choices that do not panic the system too much. Enough protein to protect muscle, enough fiber and whole foods to feel full, enough sleep so hunger does not become louder, enough movement so the body does not become too quiet, enough patience to accept that the scale is not a straight line. But modern culture hates patience. It sells transformation as a before and after picture. It turns bodies into projects. It makes weight loss look like a 30-day battle, a punishment, a detox, a challenge, a countdown. Your biology does not work like a countdown. It works like a cautious ancient machine, and the modern food environment is still pushing from the other side. Ultra-processed foods are not simply food that has been cooked or packaged. Many are designed to be easy to chew, quick to eat, intensely flavored, and hard to stop eating. They slide past the body's normal breaks. Think about the difference between eating boiled potatoes and eating a bag of crisps, or chewing through fruit compared with drinking a sweet beverage, or eating a simple meal compared with grazing on snacks that never quite feel like a meal. The body receives calories, but the sense of fullness can arrive late or weak. In the ancient world, calories usually came with effort. You had to walk, gather, dig, chew, cook, carry, share, and wait. Today, calories can appear faster than hunger can think. A few taps on a phone, a packet opened in the dark, a drink finished before the stomach has a chance to speak. Your body was built for scarcity, but your environment has become endless. And this mismatch is not evenly distributed. Sleep, stress, work schedules, money, culture, genetics, medications, illness, hormones, family habits, and food access all shape weight. Two people can make similar efforts and get different results because bodies are not identical machines. That is why the simple phrase, just eat less, can be true in physics, but useless in real life. Yes, weight change involves energy balance, but humans are not calculators. Humans are hungry, tired, stressed, social, emotional, hormonal, distracted, and surrounded by food designed to be eaten. A calorie deficit may explain the direction of weight loss. It does not explain the battle required to maintain it. The deeper story is that your body has memory. Not memory like a photograph, memory like an instinct. It remembers scarcity it never personally experienced. It carries the caution of ancestors who lived through empty landscapes, failed seasons, and uncertain meals. So when weight drops, the body asks an ancient question. Is this safe? If the answer feels like no, it fights. It slows. It hungers. It waits. It pushes you back toward the old weight because the old weight feels familiar. Familiar feels safe. This is why regaining weight is not a moral failure. Often, it is biology doing exactly what biology was shaped to do. Protect stored energy, defend the reserve, prepare for the famine. The tragedy is that the famine usually never arrives. The fridge stays full, the shops stay open, the delivery apps keep glowing. The modern world keeps offering food long after the ancient emergency system has done its job. So your body keeps preparing for a winter that may never come. And maybe the most useful thing to understand is this. Your body is not broken. It is old. It is cautious. It is trying to protect you from a world that no longer exists. The challenge is not to hate that system. The challenge is to guide it slowly and patiently through a world it was never designed to understand. Because deep inside, your body is still carrying a survival plan from another age. A plan written before supermarkets, before refrigerators, before processed snacks, before dieting apps, before mirrors, scales, and before and after photos. A plan that says, save energy when food disappears, hold on when reserves shrink, fight back when the body gets smaller. And every time someone tries to lose weight, they are not just changing a number. They are negotiating with an ancient survival machine. The famine never arrives, but your body keeps waiting for it.